Apparently, there's a male loneliness epidemic right now.
But not all men. So...
Welcome, brothers. Today, I want to talk to you about the privileges of a young and beautiful woman when she gets older, as well as why some men marry certain women and not others. But before we continue, brothers, we invite you to subscribe, like the video. We want to reach 50,000 subscribers. So we ask for your small contribution so the family keeps growing. Leave us your comments. Without further ado, let's begin.
Okay, I don't know if I'm getting left bombed because I was having a bad day today. And then an hour later, guess what's on my doorsteps? Flowers! That is so cute! And not just that, this man actually noticed that I was running out of shampoo and conditioner. So he actually went to Sephora and bought me my hair care restock. That is so good! That is so fucking thoughtful though. This man, oh my god, he compliments me every single day. Plans the most amazing dates. And takes me out to bougie dinner at least once a week. See, I know I deserve princess treatment. But this is going so well, it's so sus. Baby girl, this is just a reminder that there are men out there that want to treat you right. Maybe all this time you were the full package, but you just got delivered to the wrong address. Okay, anyways, I love you always. Bye!
Brothers, I want you to notice two things. When a woman likes a man, she enjoys being pampered by him. But when a woman doesn't genuinely like a man, she'll perceive his gifts as an obligation or won't accept them gladly. This woman makes me laugh with how she talks. She compares a man's interest or love to how much he's willing to give or gift her. More often than not, instead of truly winning her over, what you're doing is buying her affection. That's how the beta provider wins her over, by showering her with gifts. The problem with this is that when he no longer has gifts to give or can't lavish her with as much attention, you know what's going to happen. She'll leave you. Women want to be treated like princesses. The issue is, you're giving in to this man for that treatment. Another thing is that women tend to perceive a man who gives them gifts and takes them to expensive places as a high-value man. This woman is lucky because she has what's called the privilege of being young, beautiful, and fertile. But watch the next video and see how a woman fares after 30, like the following woman.
Here's some pretty privilege in action. So I just stopped at O'Reilly's to get some windshield wiper blades. And the first one went on pretty easy. The second one, I literally stood here for about 10 minutes trying to get this stupid thing on. I put it on wrong the first time, knew it was wrong, but then by that point it was stuck and I had to try to figure out how to get the stupid thing off. 10 years ago, when I was 22 years old and more slender than I am today, younger, skinnier, the jock in the car next to me, just sitting there on his phone, would have been falling all over himself to get out of the car and come help me. And the employees at O'Reilly, standing around doing nothing because they're not busy right now, would have said, "Hey, let me put these on for you." None of that. So when you hear somebody saying, "Hey, if you're a girl and you want help with something, go to the, just go to the auto parts store or go to Lowe's or Home Depot and stand there and look, confused, and some man will help you," that only works if you have something to offer the man. Most men aren't actually that helpful. They only want to help you if they are attracted to you. So anyway, I'm all about taking care of things myself, mainly because I don't want to be obligated to a man. Anyway, I just think it's interesting. I haven't been able to go to the auto parts store and get help without specifically asking for help and them begrudgingly doing it in years, unless I just happen to be there when someone who likes curvy women happens to be around. So, yep. But I got windshield wipers put on.
Brothers, the wall does not forgive. The passage of time for a woman is like a bucket of cold water because they see those privileges disappear as they age. They no longer attract attention. Some who were once the center of attention now see that nobody approaches them. In short, their shine fades away. Brothers, she says it clearly. At 22, any man would rush to do me a favor, but now, at 33, people tell me where I need to pay for the same favor. Do you think this woman would receive flowers, fancy dinners, or princess treatment like the younger woman? Of course not. She's no longer young, beautiful, and fertile. It's because of these things that the competition among women is so fierce. Some men say women have it easy. Why do you think pretty women have so many privileges, like free tickets, trips, fancy restaurants, and even finding employment more easily? Why do you think less attractive women invest so much to enhance their beauty even just a little? It's because they want those privileges, the attention of the beautiful woman. The unattractive woman covets it. Brothers, the wall does not forgive.
After a guy pays for the bill, the way you react is going to signify whether you get a second date or not. Don't be snobby and rude, but also don't be too appreciative. Appreciative means, oh my god, thank you so much, no, that means so much to me, thank you so much, thank you so much. Oh my god, he's gonna think you've never been taken out on a proper date before and no one's ever paid for you before. You will just look low value. Don't do that. Just say, thank you for taking me out, I had a really nice time with you. That's all you need to say. You don't need to do all this extra stuff. If it's been a few days, thank you so much for looking after me. You really make me feel safe. That's all you need to say. Don't make it look like you were literally begging for scraps off men before. Making sure you're not snobby and rude, and make sure you don't act like you expect it. Yes, we expect it. Obviously we expect it, but don't act like it. Don't not say thank you. Always say thank you. Every time a man does something for you, thank them. Every time they compliment you, you don't need to thank them. You can just say, that's really nice. Because they're not doing anything for you, so don't thank them. Thank them when an action has happened.
The problem with today's modern woman is that they have this idea that if they go out with you, it's like they're doing you a favor. That's why many have this attitude of feeling entitled to everything. Like if you're inviting them, it has to be to an expensive place or you have to pay for everything for them. It's like they think, this is your duty for being in my presence. Brothers, I've always believed that the one who invites pays. If you invite a girl, you should pay for the first date because it earns you points to win her over. But I understand in some cases why some men make it an uncomfortable situation, like suggesting splitting the bill. It's because of this attitude of, I'm doing you a favor by being here. Many aren't even courteous. Everything they say implies it's the least you can do for them. That's why men give up on dating. It feels more like you're selling yourself as the best product for someone to buy, or like you're a servant having to please a woman just to keep her interested. That's why you see them hitting the wall later because of this attitude of empowerment with an inflated ego.
Men don't marry the love of their life. They marry the girl that's around when they're ready to settle down. That's the truth. So it doesn't matter how much you remind them of their mother. It doesn't matter how much you cook for them or the fact that you wipe their butthole when they shit themselves in the bed. It doesn't matter what you do for them. They will appreciate it, but they will take it for granted if they're not ready for something. He will never see you in that light. Men have to decide on their own that they're looking for something. And then when they decide that they're finally ready, whoever is standing in front of them, that is going to be the person they will most likely end up with.
This is nonsense, brothers. Women don't understand that men mature over time. When you're between 18 and 25, usually you just want to have fun. Unless you deeply love a woman, you wouldn't marry her. But there are also men who have goals in life. Some want to be just a family man with a 9 to 5 job. Others want to own their own business, and some simply want to have some assets before getting married. They expect to start a family at a certain age, usually before 35. Men can do this because they don't have a biological clock. But by the time a woman reaches around 25, she starts feeling the pressure because she knows her biological clock is ticking. She wants a ring and children quickly, so she thinks about marriage with her first boyfriend. But men, as I said, aren't in a rush. This bothers women. So they change men even though they still love them deeply. Now, I said men mature over time. What you want at 20 isn't what you'll be looking for at 30. At 20, it's just about physical attractiveness, a pretty face. At 30, it's about finding a woman who can give you children, teach them good values. Maybe she's beautiful too, but more importantly, she helps you with your life goals. By 30, you usually know exactly what you want to achieve. That's why the woman you find at that age typically meets these requirements. You know well what you're looking for, and it's not just a pretty face. But women don't want to understand this.
What should you do when your boyfriend doesn't want to get married? You need to pray, girl, because I'm going to tell you what. God will never lead you astray. He will never lead you to a dead end. And if he told you that you were going to have a husband, that you were going to find true love, that he was going to restore your breakups in your past and he was gonna give you double for your trouble in your love life, then guess what? God is gonna be faithful to fulfill all of that he said he would. And so you have to pray, girl, because is this really the direction he wants you to go in? Or is this a stumbling block that is causing you to delay in the direction that he wants you to go in? Okay, so before you start getting advice from everybody else, get advice from God. What does that look like? How does that feel like? Is he gonna show up in a burning bush? Girl, I don't know what God's gonna do in your life, but I will tell you what, he's gonna start to let you know if this situation is not for you, and he's going to let you know if this situation is. Only you are going to be able to determine that. But you won't be able to determine that until you start to go for God. Until you start to pray seriously about your relationship and about what's happening in your relationship. So if marriage is something that you truly in your heart of hearts want, then you got to ask yourself, sister, are you putting yourself first? Or are you just allowing life to pass you by in a situation that's never going to get you to the destination that you want to ultimately reach? Let's be honest, if the man was really going to be serious about you and your future, then he would be really considering marriage.
Absolutely. If a man is taking his future seriously, he will consider marrying you. The problem is, brothers, women don't listen to men. Women also don't ask the right questions to men and listen to their responses. Because, as I said once, if you're with a man who tells you he doesn't want to get married or doesn't believe in marriage, what the heck are you hearing, woman? Why do you stay if that man was clear with you? It's like I said, I believe in God, but not everyone shares my beliefs. There are men who have a terrible fear of marriage, others who do want to get married, and others who want to get married but with a prenup. As I said, women don't ask the right questions to men, and even when they do, they want to hear what suits them. Because they have this idea that he'll change for me. And, as I said, there are men who have a clear life goal. If getting married isn't a priority or something they want to do in that goal, they won't do it. It also happens that many women don't meet the standards of what a man wants in a wife because they believe they are the only ones entitled to choose. Men do have standards. If you're the woman that man didn't give the ring to, and then you see that he got married to someone else after he left you, simply put, you're not the woman who meets the standards of that man to be his wife. It's cruel, but it's reality. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Brothers, why do you think a man doesn't choose a woman to marry? What do you think about dating modern women today? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.